backwards. Hang on. There we go. Weren't expecting to see me again, weren't you? It's been a long time since I've done anything like this. Like an actual, live stream. The last actual, live stream that I appeared physically in was, oh god, how long ago was it? 3.5 years ago now, I think? I'm not sure, but I hope this mic is working, because I'm using an old one. But anyways, hi, Lex's whatever here. My new intro is, hello, gays of young and old. That's gonna be my new intro. But, yes, it has been a while. Sorry for not staring directly into the camera that often. It's, yeah, but, I wanted to make this live stream because I would make an actual video, but my phone doesn't have enough storage for it because my phone likes to be dumb. And editing on a phone is very fucking hard. Now you get it. So, but I'm back after a 2.5 year long absence. Because I've been going through a lot of shit, and I decided to come back because I felt like it was time to explain my disappearance. I have been doing. No. I've been doing okay. But overall, I also haven't been doing okay because I got a lot of shit I'm going through in my life, and honestly, it's not really a good thing to be going through, honestly. It's the situation I'm going through right now. First of all, what have I been up to before we get into anything? I'm now 20 years old, so no longer a child. I started this channel back in 2020, and I didn't start uploading shit until 2021. But now here I am uploading a couple years later. So, excuse me, I just ate. I am now, if you guys have been keeping up with me and all my, update posts and all that, I am now 24 weeks pregnant as of right now. Let me stand up for a second. That's my bump right now. Honestly, I'm scared because my baby is supposed to be popping out in mid to late April. So, I'm very scared because who knows? There may be some complications with this birth because I don't know how it's gonna go, but honestly, kind of excited to meet my daughter. Yes, I am having a girl, so I'm excited for that. But, I hope you guys can hear me okay. If you guys can't, I'm sorry. But, I'm currently struggling financially. My financial situation is, how do I say this politely? Fucked to the maximum. I'm broke almost constantly because I work a minimum wage job. I work at a diner, and I only work 1 day a week. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not really fun at all. But overall, I'm doing fine, but my mental health is kind of shitty too still. I've been slowly getting better these past couple years, but so far there's still no improvement on how I am, but I have it's safe to say that I have grown and changed as a person from the last time you saw me back then, but and yeah, me being in my 20s now, it's really been an experience with my teenage years and how young and um, irresponsible and naive I was compared to now. But now it comes to the time in this video, well, live stream, but I decided to do live stream because, like I said earlier, my phone likes to be dumb, which is literally what I'm live streaming from. But anyways, let's get into it. Let me fix my camera here, point it down a little bit better so you can see. Okay, that's actually better. Oh yeah, I also kept dyeing my hair, and now it looks like this. I really need to stop dyeing it, honestly, but I like it how it is right now. But anyways, without stalling, which I'm kind of purposely stalling because I'm afraid of y'all's reactions to this, um, but the main reason I left this channel I kind of left this channel to rot for a while, like slowly, sometimes very rapidly, and only upload just random things just to try and keep it alive, is because of one thing that has happened back in June of 2023, which some of you may or may not know what I'm talking about, is that one incident. So this is a bit of a trigger warning to anyone watching this, but I just want to say that, this is going to get a little serious. This is going to dive into a lot more serious topics, and honestly, I'm very, very scared to tell you all this. But, you don't fully know the truth. According to some people you may have watched, like, I'm not going to mention them for their privacy and all that, but there's a lot of people going around saying, aren't you the person who lied about being great and possibly pregnant? Well, yeah, I'm going to come out and say, yes, that was me. Was. Keyword was. I'm not that person anymore. I've learned from my mistakes. But there's more to the story than you know. What was stated, what was said by all those people, what I told them, that is not true. None of it's true. What I told them I did it for attention, because I was going through a lot at that time. That is not true. About the whole getting assaulted in a bathroom thing, that is not true. There was a reason I didn't say the full truth, and why I tried to make up something to make it sound like that. I was with someone for a very long time. I'm not going to mention them. If you're watching, then you know who you are. But I was with this person for a long time. I'm no longer with this person as of December 9th of 2024, which is when I finally broke up. I finally ended the relationship because I realized everything that happened and I wasn't really in the best place. I needed to just break up with them and just move on with my life because I didn't need that negative influence in my life. But when I was with this person, there was a lot of things going around about him. saying that he hurt his siblings. And by hurt, I think you possibly know what I mean by that. I found out a lot of things during this time, and honestly, what I've heard was all the rumors that I've heard about are not true. I'm gonna come out and say that it is not true. It's not me defending him, it's just me speaking my side of the story and telling you guys that that is not true. Everything you've heard about him, all the rumors that you heard back in high school and everything, that's not true. Saying that he hurt his siblings, that's not true. That he was cheating on me, that's not true. You were just trying to ruin a perfectly good relationship that was going. Well, I would be saying that today, if we were still together, which we're not, I'm actually with someone honestly better. But anyways, back in 2023, there was an incident where that rumor was going around, and there was this one girl, which you know who you are. This one bitch that I used to be friends with, that what I didn't know at the time was the one spreading the rumors. Her name was Brooke. Ugly bitch. I'm just gonna say it. She is she's a fire starter. She's one of them fire starter girls, and is one of them ugly bitches that says that they're gonna steal everyone's man. Well, that was almost the case. I was with the one person for about 3 years, and she always caused problems for us, which me losing my sanity. But when she told my old friend group the rumors about him, they all turned on me because they thought I was supporting it. Which in reality, I don't support that kind of stuff because it is wrong. It's very wrong, and honestly, people should be harshly punished for that kind of thing, for what they did to those innocent people. Like some of my friends have gone through that, and realizing now that that's not a thing to joke about. So I briefly apologize for that, but hang on. Sorry, it's hard for me to breathe right now because this child is literally laying on my bladder and like pushing my stomach up and my lungs up. So it's hard for me to breathe right now. And also hard for me to talk, but surprisingly I'm doing well at doing that. But anyways, since that day, my friends started disappearing one by one because they did not like the fact that I was with them. Even though they didn't know the full truth, they just believed the rumors. And because Brooke made it sound very, like, true. Like, she made it very convincing. Which, that wasn't the case. Like I said, she's a fire starter. But that resulted in me losing all my friends. For the first time. There was a second time that would lead up to why I'm here today explaining to you what's been going on. But back in May of 23, me and my ex, I should call him now. We decided to fake breaking up and make it look like we actually did. And I screenshotted the chat and sent it to everyone to prove. To get them to be my friends again, because I was scared that if I couldn't, excuse me, I was really pissed off, and I didn't like that this was happening to me, and that I was taking the fall for something I never did. But we faked breaking up, and we staged the whole thing, and eventually I got my friends back, but only for a little bit, because a month later, something else would come up. So, this is going to be very difficult to explain, but please bear with me, because what you guys are about to hear is going to change everything. Um, so late May rolls around, and me and that one person I was dating, which, like I said, you know who you are if you're watching this, but we started getting very intimate because we were together for such a long time, and we waited that long to just do anything intimate. But you get what I mean. You know what I mean by intimacy. And then 2 weeks later, I started feeling weird. I thought I was pregnant for the first time. Well, right now I'm actually pregnant, but this was the first time I thought I was pregnant. So I was very scared, because if I was pregnant, then then the people I was friends with would find out that me and that person were still together. So then the person I was dating was like, well, why don't you lie to them and say that you were, you know. And I was like, I can't do that to my friends. I can't, but I don't want them to know that we're still together. And I'm gonna say this now. We were both young, and we were both stupid, and we didn't know any better. I was 17 and they were 16. Just a 1-year difference. But we were still young and immature, and we haven't really grown up, is as what I would say as it is. But so then he said, I told him I didn't want to do that, and just hope that it was just all in my head that I was possibly pregnant. And he was like, well, it's either you tell them that or you're going to lose them forever. And honestly, that made me kind of pissed. But still, I loved him at the time, and I was willing to do what he said, because I honestly thought it would work. Long story short, it did not. I should have just said nothing. Or I could have come out with the truth, that the fact that I was still dating him. But I didn't, because I was scared. But after the lie went on for about 3 weeks, until one of my old friends caught up with everything that was happening. I'm not going to name who they are. Like I said, I'm respecting privacy. But they were like, hey, I heard what happened. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then um, everyone else caught up with what I was doing, and then everyone noticed something fishy was going on. And so I eventually was like, I thought everything was going to be fine until one fateful day, June 24th of 2023. I was finally caught. So my adopted mom, we were at the campground. We were at a campground. We were camping for the weekend, and she gets a call from my old friend's mom. Missed the call, of course, but my face turned white and my stomach dropped. And she was like, "What was that, Lex?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And she's like, "Oh, you know very well why they're calling me. So why are you hiding it?" And I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll tell you." And I told her everything. And oh, you better believe she was pissed. You better believe she was pissed. 'Cause she thought something actually happened to me. But it didn't. We were just covering up the fact that I was with that person still. And nobody believed the rumors, and it kind of pissed us off, and we were just both upset and very, like, we were very dumb. I will admit, we were very dumb. But the next day, my adopted mom forced me to text everyone I know and tell them everything. Though I told her why I couldn't do that. And she's like, "Well, just say you did it for attention," which that didn't help either. That didn't help either. But I twisted the truth a little bit. Didn't mention the person I was dating. Didn't tell them what really happened. Just said what I thought would just do the trick. And what my adopted mom told me. You can imagine what happened next after I sent that long paragraph of a text. One by one, everyone I knew was gone. I got yelled at so much. And everyone turned away from me, and I lost everyone. Since then, I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. And honestly, it has very much affected me, as you could probably see that I look a little older than I actually do. It's because of my depression and the fact that I cry so much. It just makes me age faster. I look like I'm in my mid to late 20s, even though I'm actually just 20. Actually, I'm younger than I actually look, but since then, I haven't been doing well. My mental health depleted really bad, and so bad that I actually threatened to end my life. November 19th, the night of 2023, I threatened my life on the school Snap story for the seniors, because I was a senior at the time. And someone found it, and they contacted the authorities, and they went to my house. I told them, they asked if I was suicidal, and I said yes. Um, and I wasn't arrested, but they took me to the hospital to get me checked out. And I told them what was going on. I told them everything, and I ended up getting admitted into a psych ward for 3 days. So, and then after that, starting maybe a month or two later after that, I got some help. I started going to therapy. I did telehealth therapy for a while, but I couldn't afford it anymore, so I stopped going to therapy a while ago. Um, and then I started my first job in January of 24, and I've been in and out of jobs ever since then. I'm actually about to possibly get my fourth job I've ever worked at. I'm still currently working at one, but but overall, yes, that is what happened, and that's the effects that it took on me. December of 24, I announced that, like, I was starting to feel better and all that, and then one person came back. And this person I have been friends with for a total of 15 years. You know who you are, and I'm glad that you're still here despite everything that's happened. I really am. So far, that is the only person that came back. One did for a while, but she really hasn't talked to me in a while, and that's because she's probably busy with her life, because I don't know. She's always busy, and I respect that, but I have made new friends that I hold dear to me, and I've rekindled some old friendships that I haven't had in a long time, and I felt a little bit better about myself, but I've also lost a couple friends that I was friends with for a while, because some of them decided to betray me. And that made me realize that friendships are temporary, and there's nothing you can do about it, no matter what happens. But overall, that incident, it was both me and the person's fault, because even though it was their idea, I should be the one to fully take the blame for, because I stupidly agreed to do that without even thinking. And if any of my old friends are watching this right now, or watch it later in the future because I decide to post this, I am sorry. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused you all those years ago. And that's what really happened. It is not a proud moment in my life, I know that, but well, hell, that I hate that moment. That moment still haunts me to this day, and about a couple months ago, I was diagnosed with severe PTSD also, and personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, I may add. Yeah, the list of mental disorders keeps building, doesn't it? There's a lot wrong with me. I know that. But I just came on here to briefly apologize to my audience and everyone that I've hurt these past 2 years. 2.5, I should say, now that it's a new year. Today is literally the first day of 2026. So hopefully this year has something in store for me. Maybe something good, maybe something bad, you never know. But honestly, this year, I hope something can happen to me that will positively affect my life. If you guys don't decide to come back, that is fine. Or come to forgive me and all that. But maybe one day in the future, maybe we can all gather and get together and talk and just move past that. But I know, I am deeply aware that that event still triggers you to this day, and that's the main reason as to why you don't want to talk to me at all. But that is fine. I completely understand that. But it has really affected me to that incident by itself has really affected me to the point where my depression sometimes gets a good hold of me and just completely tears me down. It's it's not a good thing to look back on. I know I'm trying to recover from that incident years ago, and it just still haunts me with the fact that you guys are gone from my life. I miss everything that we did together. I miss all the good times that we had. I really do, but I understand that you guys are now moving on with your lives, and but you guys still don't move on from this incident, which I'm trying to still, but I sometimes feel like that whole thing was my fault fully. I don't blame him, I blame myself. I blame myself for everything a lot, and honestly, it's not good. My mindset is fucked, and I'm still trying to recover from everything. But hopefully, things will get better and look up. And something I can, like, you know what I'm talking about. But if you guys are watching this, like I said, I deeply apologize for my actions. I deeply apologize for past actions and my behavior back then. But the reason I broke up with that person was I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. We started fighting after that incident because we both started to get a little distant with each other. Also, after that incident, because I just couldn't handle it. I really couldn't. But despite everything, I still stayed with him. But up to a certain point, I just had enough. I couldn't take the pain anymore. I really couldn't. So, December 9th of 2024, I finally ended that relationship for good. For real, that time. Because I couldn't bear with the pain of losing everyone I loved, and not being able to see or talk to them again without them despising me, which I know they still do. They probably still do, but I'm just really scared that I'll be forgotten if something does happen to me. I always told myself, I always had a theory, I made a prediction that I wasn't going to make it to 21, which this year I turned 21. But hopefully that's not the case. I thought I was going to have people after me after the whole incident, and I was scared to go back to school. I was so scared to go back for my senior year. I wanted to move schools. But unfortunately, my adopted mom didn't take no for an answer, and she just had me re-enroll again. So, but still made it through. Graduated. Class of 24. I met some new people and made some new memories, and I am happy that I am still here to this day. And finally gathered up enough courage to tell you guys everything that's happened since that day. And since my disappearance. I know I didn't fully disappear, but I still uploaded videos once every while to try and keep my channel going. But nothing I was doing worked. But I will try to actually do something with this channel again and just try to kickstart it again and hopefully make something out of this, since I'm now fully an adult and I now have free time to actually upload stuff. Well, barely any, because sometimes I don't have any motivation at all. Sometimes I'm working, but or I'm off doing something. But I'm gonna try and make more content for you guys, but yeah, since then I really haven't had much inspiration for actual vlogs and story times and whatnot. But ooh, sorry, I'm tired, even though it's, oh my god, it's getting dark. Daylight savings time is just the worst. And it's only been 40 minutes since I started this live stream. Yeah, being pregnant's not easy, guys. Don't get pregnant. You'll make the same mistake I did. Well, I got pregnant with the wrong guy, that's what I'm saying. The person who the baby belongs to, I no longer like that person. I hate what he's done to me. He did a lot of things to me that I honestly just makes me wish I never met him again. He was my first ever boyfriend back in middle school, and there's a lot of reasons as to why I don't like him. He is a psychopath, and also he's stalking me. To the best of my knowledge, he is possibly stalking me. He says that he's got a brand new job, a brand new place. That quickly? 1 month. No. Yeah, 1 month. You got a job and a new place all in 1 month. I don't believe that. I really don't. And yet he says, oh, I got stuck. And he messaged my adopted mom saying, oh, well, I got stuff for the baby. Please tell her that she needs to contact me and all that. And she's like, no, you leave her the fuck alone. You leave. She understands what I mean. She's sticking up for me too. because she knows that what he did to me was wrong. Pretty much some of it, he manipulated me and got me pregnant. Just so he can stay in my apartment because he was homeless. So yeah, that's how I got pregnant. I was manipulated. I am easily manipulated. You guys know this from the incident I just explained what happened. But, so yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know. I know this video is going to be really long for you to watch, but it is worth it. It is worth every minute, every second. Every millisecond, also. Even though some of it's just moments of silence and you'll get bored pretty much halfway through, but now you know everything. And I hope you get to see this video on your For You page or whatever. Or recommended, whatever it's called, here on YouTube. I don't remember. I'm not calling myself old, but YouTube and social media makes a lot of changes that sometimes I just forget how to use it. I mean, I guess you should suppose you call me old because I am 20. I'm in my 20s now, so. But that's pretty much all you need to know. If you somehow come across this video, to the people who really need to hear this, I really, really hope that maybe one day we can sit down and have a talk about everything. I really do. But if you have any questions or if you want to say something, the comment section is always open. My socials are my contact email is still the same. Everything is still the same. But if you don't, that is completely fine. I understand that. But now you know everything. And I am really sorry. I really am. I hope this video explained everything to you well, and I hope it reaches you. But, and to my audience, you guys too, I'm really sorry for everything I've done. Everything that me and that person did. Because it was both of our faults. But mostly mine, because I was the one who spread the lie even further and stretched it out and was forced to face the major consequences that came with it. I feel like this sentence, I call it a sentence, but I feel like I have served it in some way, but honestly, that sentence is obviously not complete. Not fully. Until everything is finally resolved after all these years. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I will try and upload more videos as much as I can once I get internet finally, which I'm trying to work towards that. I'm trying to get a new place, and because this one, all this place holds is bad memories. I try to get a new place to escape from reality. I thought this was an escape from reality, but the reality followed me here. So, but if any of you guys have any questions or just want to say something in the comments, go ahead. But that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope to see you guys later. I really do. Because I wouldn't be here still without you guys. Oh, really. But without further ado, be safe, stay positive, and have a good day.